Welcome to your RNC Compassion in Action. In this TV series, we will get an inside look at the Royal Newfoundland Constabulary. Join us as we ride alongside patrol, traffic, and canine units, witness the versatility and grace of the Mounted Unit, and step inside the world of drug investigation and forensics. But that's just the beginning. We'll also get a look at how our officers are committed to serve with empathy and respect. This is more than just policing. This is your RNC in action. Welcome to today's episode of your RNC, Compassion in Action. Today we'll step inside the world of the RNC's Mounted Unit, a very unique and historical section of the RNC. Later we'll go out on patrol with the Mounted Unit and see how these horses impact our community. But now let's go speak to Constable Jason Coombs at the RNC Stables, located at Government House grounds.
So the barn is here on the Lieutenant Governor's grounds. So it was built in 2007, and it has about 23 acres of land right in the center of the city. So we're really lucky to have the barn here. One, we can saddle up and be on patrol right away, but we can also ride the horse on the grounds here. We have a lovely paddock that we can also use as a riding arena. And then we also have a small paddock for them to eat grass and turn out for them to just graze as horses as well. I'm Constable Jason Coombs with the Royal Newfoundland Constabulary. I've been a member for the last 25 years, and I've been connected with the Mounted Unit here for the last 17 years. We do everything that a regular police officer does, but we just do it on horseback. So instead of getting a set of car keys and going out on patrol, we get a saddle and a pitchfork and a wheelbarrow, and we got to come in here in the morning. We got to feed the horses, muck out their stalls, groom them, and then get ourselves ready, and then we go out on patrol. So Castle is a great partner. It's a connection that you need to have with the horse. They can't talk to you, but you know, the more training and more you are on patrol, you get to know the horse a lot better. Castle is donated by the Slesky family. All our horses are donated, and the donors get to name the horse. The Sleskys own a castle in Logie Bay, so that's where his name came from. Really, at the end of the day, you want to make sure the horse is feeling good, and when you go out on patrol, it's a connection between you and the horse. You know, you could be having a bit of a bad offset day, and so that might throw off your ride. The horse might be having some issues that could throw off your patrol. So there's a lot that goes into us going out and having a good day. We have lots of good days, but you know, being close and connected and grooming the horse, you know, he can't talk to you, tell you any of his issues, but if you're stay connected with the horse and try to listen to him as much as you can, it makes for a better day all the way around. Yeah, so we're so lucky to have Kevin Dillon as our farrier. We've had him for a number of years. The old saying is no hoof, no horse. So hoof care is very, very important, and a lot goes into it, a lot of knowledge and experience, which he has. So we're really lucky to have him. He comes by every 6 to 8 weeks to trim the horse's hoofs and put the shoe back on, and maybe we use cork on the bottom of our shoe, so we might replace some of the corks that might be worn down. So yeah, it's really important to make sure you have good hoof care for sure. Yeah, that animal comes from Bill Bradley's barn, and Bill Bradley, or Honorary Inspector Bill Bradley of the Royal Newfoundland Constabulary, he started the Mounted Unit, so when his barn was being emptied, we make sure that we got his anvil, and every time Kevin's doing some work on it, reminds us of Bill Bradley and what he's done for this unit, and he's really the guy who started the mounted unit up in 2003. He was donated the truck and the trailer and the first 2 horses, so he really means a lot to this mounted unit. Yeah, what we're looking for horses for our mounted unit is a horse that's around 4 to 6 years old. So we want them young, so when they start their position here or their job, they don't come with any bad habits. For example, when Castle came, he was 4 years old, and the second day that we had him, I took him downtown, Water Street. So that is the environment that he feels like is his working environment. So the trucks and the construction and you know, the moving cars, that is his working area, right? So when you get them young and train them in that way, that's their normal environment. Whereas if you get an older horse that might have been done something else, hauling a cart or in the field or something like that, then you try to get them into a different position. It's a lot harder training. So we try to get them around 4 to 6 years of age. We look for a nice, calm, pleasant demeanor, and one that is a bold horse that doesn't shy away from scary things. We use big, heavy draft horses because their hoofs and their legs are bigger than, say, a small quarter horse, and they can handle the pounding of the pavement, but they also have a nicer, calmer demeanor than a slight, faster horse, So that's why other people use them in cities for hauling the carts, as well, because they can just handle the streets, and they have a calmer demeanor as well. So what we have here is Castle's a Clydesdale. And so right now we have 2 Clydesdales, and Harvey is a Percheron Canadian Cross. This is a different way of policing. It's a little bit of a slower, more gentler way of policing. So with that, we are a little bit more approachable, because as we ride down the road, people are interested in the horses, so they will come out and they have the opportunity to engage with the police, whereas a patrol car just kind of rolls down the street, which is great for that, but doesn't give the opportunity or slow things down for people to come out and speak to a police officer who's on horseback. And they can ask us questions or have concerns in their community. And so in some ways, I look at it as a mobile office, right? Where people or community can connect with the police, right? And yeah, so it's slower, but there's a lot of advantages to that slowness as well. What I like the most is to be able to engage with the public. So when we go downtown Water Street or Duckworth Street, we get to know the people that work downtown, and they see the horses go downtown, whether we're on George Street or there's even a cruise ship in town. So one of the advantages of being on a horse is that we're 10 feet high, right? We're called 10-foot cops. So someone who's 3 blocks down the road can see that there's actually an officer on horseback, and if they have any issues or concerns, they say, oh, I can go ask the police officer. Or they can just feel like, hey, I'm in this new city, look, there's policing is being done, and this is a safe area to be around. So we're a little bit more visible, we're a little bit more approachable, and a little bit more memorable. One of our main focuses is to patrol high complaint areas. If there's any issues of, say, breaking entries into a certain section that might have a green space in the back, we can patrol those areas. When we do those patrols, we're a little bit more, say, memorable than, say, again, a patrol car going down the street. People kind of tend to remember that a horse went down the street and said, yeah, the police were by. And it gives them that opportunity again to come out and speak to us as well. We can do anything a regular police officer does. We can issue traffic tickets underneath the Highway Traffic Act. We pull over cars for going through, like, say, a stop sign, or cell phone tickets. So we can do those things. We're out on patrol. We have a radio on. We can respond to calls. Our response time is not really that quick, but if we're Johnny on the spot and we're near the area, we can respond to those calls. But again, it's mostly extra patrols in high complaint areas where we want to make sure the public feel like their area is being policed. We also do search for missing people. Sometimes people might be missing for a number of reasons, but yeah, we get called out for searches. It could even be for an item that is involved in an investigation. We also do a lot of parades and special events and ceremonial events as well. So we try to engage with the public and the community as much as we can. So we have a lot of tours that come to the barn, beavers and Girl Guides. We have schools that come for a visit with the mounted unit, because everyone's interested in the horses and police horses. So yeah, it's a good way to connect with the community and let them know what we do as police officers on horseback.
So if you want to just come in, you can see a little bit of what's going on with Dobbin and his shoeing process. So he's gotten new shoes, so he gets steel shoes and they have studs in them. So he has some brand new shoes and some trimmed feet. So he got, if you'll notice, he got 3 out of the 4 done.
So I'm just going to nab a shoe here for you. So this is the shoe that he took off his back hoof. So he's replacing the corks that get worn down as we walk on the street. But there's titanium rods, these you can see right here, that dig into the pavement. Because if every time they took a step going down the hill, they would actually slip. So we need to have these corks on, and it helps actually in the grass as well. But basically, what happens is he trims down the horse's hoof, and the nail goes in here. And then it comes out the hoof wall, right? But that's what the horseshoe looks like if you guys want to have a little look.
You're so gorgeous. So he's probably getting impatient for his breakfast because he has a full stall. So if you notice, they eat about 10 to 12 pounds of hay a day. So he takes about 3 hours to eat breakfast. So their feed is mainly hay. All right, mister. But they also have some supplements. So they have alfalfa, beet pulp, some amaniti, salt, and oil in their diet. So they get that twice a day in the morning and then in their evening feed. And they're also a herd animal, so they like to stay in groups, and they're more comfortable with their buddies. So if you notice them out in the field, they're always kind of stuck together because they have comfort in numbers. And that's why when you see us out and about, we usually do stuff in pairs or in groups because it is safer for us and the horses. They're more comfortable working with their buddies, and so that's why we do that.
Yeah, so all our horses are donated, and the donors get to give the name to the horse. So Castle here was given to by the Slesky family, who actually own Castle out in Logie Bay. Yeah, that one there, yep. So, and then Harvey was donated by the Penton family, who own Browning and Harvey, and the Harvey Industrial down by the water, and they're actually our neighbors just on Kingsbridge Road. And then we have Dobbin the second, who's donated by Elaine Dobbin, and that's her second horse that she's donated. I take a lot of pride being a member of the RNC. We're actually the oldest police department in North America. I believe it's 1729 that we come from the Irish Constabulary. And we've had a long history of having police horses in our police department. Actually, this unit here now has been going since 2003, so 21 years. But before then, say in older times, we had approximately 12 horses, and we were connected with the fire department. So we've had that long connection with horses in our police department. It was back then it was disbanded in '51, and then again, like I said, it was reestablished in 2003 by Inspector Bill Bradley, and Inspector Sean Ryan also had a big part in getting the unit going as well. As we're going down the street, I feel like we're ambassadors of the police department, and I take a lot of pride in having this position, and we feel really lucky to be able to ride the horses and connect with the community.
Building relationships in our community is vital to providing a high level of service, and we see that connection built at the Mounted Unit with young people in our community. Now we'll go join Constable Jason Coombs as he prepares Castle to go out on patrol.
I'm just putting on the saddle pad and the patrol blanket there. That has our crest on it. Getting our saddle in our tack room. And our tack room is all heated compared to out here in the cross ties. There's no heat. But this is Australian stock saddle, which is good for purposes of what we're doing as mounted police officers. It's got a nice comfy seat for sitting in the saddle for a long time. It also has bumpers there for a little bit more support. It's really important that saddle fits very comfortably on the horse. If it's ill-fitted, then your horse and yourself are not going to have a good ride. So you got to make sure that it's sat in the right area, properly placed and even. So it goes just behind his legs there. You want to have snug enough, but not too snug. Then I got to get his halter and martingale. Police horses always have a white brow band here to let people know that they're a police horse. We also have our badges. Each horse is sworn in by the chief of police at the time and blessed by father. You should have a ceremony for that. Martingale is what holds the saddle onto the horse in case it starts to slip. Reins go over the horse's head. Take off his halter. Make sure his forelock is all out there. There's no hairs that are pulling or tugging. He's looking for the bit there. So this is a curb bit. Good bite. So he's turning his head. If he could put it on himself, he would. So it's all about repetition. Do the same thing over and over again. They know what you're doing, and they know what you expect. It makes it a lot easier. So that we don't communicate by talking, but repetition and kind of going through the same routines really help the horse feel comfortable and feel more secure around the rider. There's a big trust factor between the rider and the horse. So we mostly ride on this rein. We ride with two reins. This rein here is to guide him, go left or right, to make him stop or almost like an emergency brake. This is our second rein, and when the bit goes, that actually pulls forward, and the curb goes up to the roof of the horse's mouth, and we'll make him stop. So that's why we like to ride with a nice, gentle rein, you know. So you gotta be cautious about how much your hands are moving, that the bit is not being knocked around in his mouth, that it's in a good, proper place. Horses have incisors in the front part of their mouth, and they have the molars back here. But right where the bit is, there's no teeth, right? So that's It's got to make sure that the bit fits properly. Where I'm sticking my finger, right where that, sorry bud, there's no, see how he's not biting my finger here? Because there's no teeth there, right? So that bit has to sit in the proper place for the horse. And
That's so cool.
yeah. And their lips are like our fingers. Their lip is really strong. So if they're going to pick something up, right, they can move it with their lip. See how strong it is, right? So that's how they move things, and it's really quite powerful. And you want to make sure that, you know, as a mounted horse, that some horses might try to nip, or we have lots of kids that come up and pat the horse's nose and stuff like that. We like to do a lot of work around the horse's mouth that he doesn't try. So we'll actually, you know, go there and rub his gums and have our hands near his mouth. Notice how he's not trying to nip me here, right? That's the type of horse that we're looking for, that is just very passive and not, you know, very gentle horse. Horses don't like to stand around. So when as they're standing around, they'll chomp at the bit. Yeah. That's where that saying comes in. But what Castle does is he actually plays with his lips, and he'll kind of smack, and it looks like he's having, you know, he's trying to talk to you, you know, which is really funny. You'll catch it here. I'll go upstairs and get changed, and all of a sudden you'll hear this. He's messing and playing around. He's bored, right? Oh. Yeah. Hello. If we had some train doing it, I'd say we use these guys. Right. Oh no, yeah.
So they wanted the carrot.
Yeah. Nice, yeah. Mrs. didn't want to park in the parking spot. She wanted to park right where we were at. I never noticed that there's a door. You talking about roofs? See how that door is an actual.
I noticed it, but I can't put it out now because you made fun of me.
Why, yes. Want to move up a bit? Good to go through here? bud. When you're ready, we're going to go across. Thank you. Well, yeah.
So this is one of the areas that we frequently come to because we can easily access this area where vehicles can't really come into. It's a nice green space in the middle of Center City, and some people like to come here for a nice visit in the park. Sometimes there's other things that happen in the park. It's good to have a presence, and a lot of tourists also visit this area, so it gives them a chance to see this great representation of our provincial police force with the RNC Mounted Unit here in the middle of the city. This is another great example of a place that a police car can't get, but we can.
The horses of the Mounted Unit are surprisingly versatile as they make their way through our communities. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode, and we'll see you next time on your RNC Compassion in Action.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
We want to hear from you. Provide feedback on this show or find out how you can get involved. Call, email us, or scan the QR code to take our quick survey.
For me, it all started here.
I do my best work here.
Scores! Oh my goodness! This guy's dangerous from here, here, and here.
We're watching history in the making here.
Are you watching this?
And our fans are up here. I'm here for it. It's all about what's up here and what's in here.
Sportsnet, here for hockey. It's closing time, and you stayed out longer than you planned. So now you can't drive, and the buses have stopped running. You could always call your girlfriend. Or maybe your roommate? What about your best friend? You could just dial 1-888-TAXI-GUY or use the Taxi Guy app. The call and the app are free, and they both connect you to a local cab company to bring you home safely. Visit arrivealive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive, drive sober.
This fall on Rogers TV, we'll be airing your RNC Compassion in Action. It's a glimpse inside the world of Newfoundland and Labrador's Provincial Police Service.